It's Women's History Month in the Bronx. Spectrum New York One News anchor Kristen Shaughnessy served as MC, joining Bronx Borough President Ruben Diaz Jr. at the Morris Yacht Club on City Island to celebrate this year's honorees.
Last year was an incredibly powerful year.
They're raising the quality of life not only for other women, but also children and families. And they're doing it in a year where we saw 5 women candidates vie for the office of the President of the United States on the Democratic ticket, with Tulsi Gabbard still in the race.
Women deserve to be highlighted on a public level, but it's also within what are we doing with our boards, with our nonprofit boards? What are we doing with our corporate boards? What are we doing in our neighborhoods, right, in our community boards?
We have to just continue to support each other within our communities and with our own tribes as well.
Here in the Bronx, the Fresh Air Fund's Fatima Shama, in partnership with the Office of the Bronx Borough President, is giving Bronx kids a summer camp experience a year after the gang-related death of Bronx teenager Lisandro Jr. Guzman Feliz.
We were able to open Camp Junior last summer, served over 300 children from the Bronx, ages 9 to 13. And this summer, we're doubling that number.
And she's getting rave reviews in major media outlets. Owner of the Bronx's one and only bookstore, Noel Santos, says the Bronx deserves better, and here's a reason why.
We opened our National Independent Bookstore Day in April 2019, and all of our inventory sold out. We had to close for 2 weeks just to restock the store.
With a population of 1.5 million and 10 colleges, Santos had faith it would work, and it did. Also featuring a bar, she is personally involved in choosing every book.
It was important to me that our inventory, along with our hiring practices, our programming, our events, reflect the community that we operate in. So I choose books that tell our stories.
There's so many stories.
Taking it all in was Shaughnessy, who is also looking for change as she spoke out against discrimination in the workplace.
There are moments in your life you have to stand up because it's not just for you, but it's for everyone.
It's really wonderful to be honored for the work that we're doing.
Work that deserves mention as they look to prevent overdevelopment in Woodlawn and more.
From our seasonal planning activities to trying to get a farmer's market up and running to fighting for equity in our schools, we've really seen a lot of community getting behind us.
In his remarks, Diaz Jr. praised the leading figure of the early women's rights movement, Elizabeth Stanton, as well as Harriet Tubman, who led many to freedom through the Underground Railroad. He called them both examples of leadership that continue to pave the way for women today.
I'm happy to be surrounded by so many powerful women in my personal life and my professional life, and we're going to have a good event.
It's been 100 years of accomplishment since voting rights. The honorees here, though, caution against complacency. They say they want to hear from more women to make sure communities change for the better. For BronxNet, this is Arlene Makoko.